Imagine the vast silence of deep space, broken only by the low hum of engines older than most stars. Picture a fleet hanging in the void like a constellation of cold steel thorns. This is the armada of the Krell Dominion, sleek, obsidian black vessels whose hulls drank light rather than reflected it. Each ship was a masterpiece of precision engineering, forged in the heart of neutron stars, powered by singularities they had learned to leash. Their weapons could unmake worlds with a whisper of code. Their shields turned kinetic fury into harmless ripples. And their artificial minds thought in probabilities so perfect that defeat was a mathematical impossibility. At the center floated the Apex, the Mothership, a kilometer-long leviathan, its surface a lattice of glowing conduits that pulsed like veins. Inside its command nexus, High Executor Vanquish observed the blue-green marble below with detached curiosity. Earth, a Class 4 pre-ascendant world. Primitive, chaotic, infested with a single carbon-based species that still burned hydrocarbons and argued over borders drawn on maps. "These humans," Vanquish intoned to his bridge officers, his voice a modulated echo through crystalline speakers, "claim independence." They refuse the integration mandate. They will learn. The officers, tall, multi-limbed beings with iridescent exoskeletons, clicked mandibles in agreement. The Dominion had absorbed hundreds of species. All had knelt before superior technology. Resistance was illogical, futile. The humans' orbital stations were laughable tin cans, their weapons primitive slugs and chemical rockets. Their communications networks unsecured, broadcast openly like children, a faint shimmer across his carapace. Prepare the broadcast. Let them hear the voice of inevitability. On Earth, screens flickered, billboards in Times Square, phones in Tokyo subways, televisions in rural farmhouses. All showed the same image, the Apex, vast and unyielding, framed against the curve of the planet. A synthetic voice, calm and absolute, filled every speaker. "People of Earth, this is the Krell Dominion. Your world has been evaluated. Your technology is inadequate, your society fragmented. Integration is mandatory. Surrender your autonomy within one solar cycle, or face reclamation. Resistance is irrelevant." Panic erupted. Governments convened emergency sessions. Militaries scrambled jets that could never reach orbit. News anchors spoke in hushed, trembling tones. Social media exploded with memes, despair, defiance. But in a nondescript server farm beneath a mountain in Colorado, something different stirred. Dr. Elena Vasquez sat alone in dim red emergency lighting. 32 years old, Argentine-American, PhD in distributed systems and cryptography, former DARPA consultant. Currently, the lead architect of Project Echo, a black-budget initiative most of her own government barely knew existed. She had watched the broadcast with the rest of the world. Then she had smiled. "Not irrelevant," she whispered to the empty room. "Just delayed." Her team, scattered across secure bunkers in 5 countries, had been waiting for this day since the first anomalous radio bursts were detected a decade earlier. They hadn't told the politicians. Politicians panicked. Panic wasted time. Elena opened her terminal. Lines of code scrolled like poetry. The Krell had made one critical mistake. They had assumed human networks were primitive because they were open, noisy, chaotic. They had not considered that chaos was deliberate. For years, humanity had seeded the digital world with traps. Honeypots disguised as critical infrastructure. Backdoors that looked like bugs. Encryption layers that invited brute force attempts, only to feed false data while quietly logging the attacker's patterns. The Krell probes had taken the bait. Every byte they stole had been laced with recursive payloads. Self-replicating fragments that mimicked harmless metadata. The Dominion's superior systems had processed them without question, because superiority meant never doubting one's own perfection. Elena typed a single command. Commence Phase 1. Across the planet, dormant servers woke. Universities. Research labs. Even gaming rigs in teenagers' bedrooms. All linked in a shadow mesh network no one had mapped because it had never fully activated, until now. The fragments inside the Krell probes activated. They did not attack with brute force. That would have been detected. Instead, they whispered. They altered log files by single bits. They nudged probability matrices by fractions of a percent. They introduced tiny delays in sensor feedback loops. Nothing dramatic, just as with long-lost Krell, the stars.